All right, we will get started soon. Just have to change all that default stuff here. Actually, not. Unless I don't have to on Twitch, anyways. Okay. Username. Ah, perfect. Got it. Chat. All right, cool. So we've got Twitch chat out. Let's get YouTube chat to pop out as well. Floor trap cost but half. Ceiling trap cost with increased trap cooldown but reduced wall trap cooldown. Wow. They're giving you everything there. Oh, cool. I can do the dark theme for YouTube as well. That will be helpful as well. I made 1 million auto ballistas and poison cannons. I mean, that's not a bad thing to go for. Butterflies is only a CC, yeah. Because everything was also ice. I mean, yikes. Yikes. Did you use regular auto ballistas or did you use arcane? Arcane. Okay. Yep. Only for ranger. Ah, I see. I see. That's very true. All right, before we start with a stream, we're going to answer YouTube comments so I can get this done before I go to bed at night. Let's do that now. And that's content, comments. Here we go. All right. First question. Does anyone know if they're getting Overlord skins? They said by the 9th. Said by the 9th. Order game, you get skins. Imagine they give them after the 9th in a few days. The patch is not out yet. Will be on the week of the 9th. It's like they don't read the patch notes. I don't know. That was Ethan. All right. E-Ray, Barricade, Laser, and Grinder. Very good combination if you force enemy troops to walk in one square line where the lasers are on the grinders. Yep. Yep. Lots of consistent damage. Cool. The Acid Geyser. Really digging it for now. Helps Saw blade launcher carry to late. Also good for. Cool, cool. Next one. I had a bug. We duplicate cache. Yes. It's well known. And will be. Cool. Would using grinder every be an alternative to tar? Good question. Let's take a look. Wrong notepad. Good question. It might be under grinder slow. Let's take a look here. Grinder heal. I just want to see how much it is. Damage per tick, 5 damage per tick. There you go. Then don't need to get Ice Spitter. Yeah, I think if you're gonna combo with the Ice Saw, then yeah, it's probably the best trap to combo with the Ice Saw overall. It's actually not a bad idea. Combo with the Ice Saw. Ice Whistle Slow was not only for the duration. Thanks, man. Also appreciate the 5 skull Riffler vids, especially for Order Enclave. They help a lot. Absolutely, Ethan. Absolutely. Just responded to you. Grinder damage. We've already found that out, right? That's the 5 value 1. Damage per tick 50. Oh. What? No, that can't be. Actually, maybe it is. How do you approach DLC stage 1? Says Arbin Gordon. Build the kill box in front of the gate and use the stone staff against the flyers. And Medio, thanks for the sub. Appreciate it. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find the slow here for this. No, this is the Wraith heal, and there's no slow on it. Okay. That's a good point, Tritio. That's a good point. Could use the slow. I'm trying to find out how good the slow actually is. We were looking at trinkets earlier. Let me see if I can find the grinder. Maybe it's in the specific grinder stuff. Let's see here. Let's go down to grinder. Attributes. I believe. Negative. Primary damage, disabled duration. So it's a 13-second cooldown. Actually, let me go ahead and make sure that this is correct on the wiki, since I have this stuff pulled up. We'll get back to the comments here. That's a comic, no. There we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we got the cooldown correct. Let me just put in 50 damage per tick. Alright, throw that there. Whatever a tick is. Probably per second. Does it tick every second or every half second? Wonder. Maybe it's like a portion of a second or something. Let's see here. So it's not there. It's probably not here, is it? I don't remember exactly where these are. I thought there was something here. Yeah. Grinder. Oh, right, the grinder pit, right? The insta-kill thing. I don't know why it's something. That's weird. Okay. Back into data. So we've got the... Oh, we don't have the ability protons. Let's check that out. Grinder. ability class. Oh, you know what? It's probably not going to have the slow because it slows on an upgrade. Yeah. Grinder. At least not here, anyways. I don't know where it would be yet. It's a grinder pit, yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know how much the slow is, but if it that is probably a decent combo to use. Let's see. Let's check on one more thing here. It should be with some of the other stuff. Status effects. Take shock sapper with stun instead of spitter. It's good to see. Yeah, unfortunately, shock sapper only hits one thing. I'd like to see even a special upgrade for that to where it chains. So you can have a chain stun. That'd be nice. But yeah, that's right. And it's good. It's good just damage overall, right? Did we already looked through this? We may have already looked through status effects. We're looking for grinder slow. Oh, here it is. How much is a slow? Let's find out. Duration. Oh, okay, so it's a 50% slow. The grinder is. Let's go ahead and put that in there. That's actually pretty good. 50% slow is pretty good. Even your tar doesn't give you that right away. Pretty sure your tar, oh, so it's gonna have to go over here. No. I don't know. Let's go over here. That's fine. That'll take us there. So like base tar, right? I think it's actually a little bit better than base tar. Base tar is not linked properly. Hang on. Here it is. Base tar is 40% with no upgrades, 45 with 1, 50 with 2. So it's like a tar with a second upgrade. Now they said they're going to reduce the tar slow percentage. So this upgrade 3 might become 50%, in which case the grinder is going to match tar, which is actually pretty good. Unfortunately, it's only while it's active. It does the slow. So if you stack enough of them, then yeah, you could definitely replace tar with this. It never felt like the same amount of slow. It never felt like that much, but maybe it is. I thought it does different slows for different monsters. I thought so too, but we didn't have the game files when I tested, and I had such a small pool of testing that I did that I could not successfully determine that it was a percentage instead of a flat amount. Because the difference between 40 and 45% is very hard to tell. Like base tar would do Earth Ellie's MS from 3 to 2. That's what I used to have in here. I was basically just having them run down the side of front lawn, and I put tar down, and I was just checking to see how slow they were. How many squares per second they ran, basically, is all I was able to do. But now we have the game files, and the game files tells it's a percentage, and it told us what the percentages was. Yeah, that's pretty smart. I never considered looking for the grinder slow, but now we have that, so that's really cool. That's really cool. What do we change here? Oh, nothing. Yeah. All right. We'll have to maybe work on the wiki tomorrow then, actually. Maybe. Yeah, tomorrow could be a wiki day. Today was a bit of a Stadia day, and then some endless and stuff. But yeah. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, smart. Meta killer patch. With a side face? What does that mean? Oh, meta killer. Oh. Eh. What is that time for saw blades? We'll have a new meta. Yeah, or archers. Oh yeah, I guess archers can. Yeah, and right, single target damage. Uh, yeah, it attacks anything in front of it. But it has a total like amount of damage that it can do in one go. So the bait about the grinder is that if you amplify the damage it does based upon like using acid, for example, then it doesn't. It technically does more damage, but it has the damage cap, and after the damage cap, it then goes on cooldown. So whether you make him take 50% more damage or 50% less damage, it still does the same amount of damage until the next cooldown. Doing more damage, it just runs through its lifespan, its damage cap faster, which is honestly what I think they should have done with the saw blades. Let it stick into the enemy, and just give it a damage cap, and eventually it expires. That way, you can use the explosion, and the explosion upgrade will actually matter. Whereas what they're doing now, the explosion upgrade still doesn't matter. But yeah, it does. It affects every single mob in front of it. It does damage to every single mob in front of it. True. Oh, I forgot to hurt that one. Oh, I forgot to hurt that one. And that one. How many wave can you last in endless with only using Beehive Tree War Trap? I mean, Bradley, if we were to try that, we would be here for days. That thing does so little damage. We would be here for days. ZJ's Rules says excited for patch. Me too. Me too. I can't wait to see what happens. You know, every time they fix something, they always break something else. That's how patches work. They fix a handful of things, they break a handful of other things. I'm excited to find out what it is. I'm excited. And they might, you know, honestly, I was kind of like against Arcane Dragons for a little bit. I think they didn't give it enough time to test. But honestly, right now, I'm kind of like, yeah, Arcane Dragons are pretty good in some spots and in some situations. They really help with combos. So maybe they shouldn't buff them, but they're buffing them. So maybe they're actually going to be really, really good. One of those things that you go to for combos pretty effectively. Yeah. Yeah. Of a targeting system for those. I'd even pay money. Disappointed. Just fix the useless traps. I'll quit when the patch comes out. So you gotta beat everything before it does. Yeah, that's a bit of a disappointing statement. Don't quit. Just do better. I don't know. Learn how to play without without those OP traps. I mean, you know, if you think they're OP, then they're OP. That's all there is to it. Not planning on making the unique upgrade challenge work on blade staff. They are. They are. Anyone have issues with Cygnus on PS4? I've glitched with this feigned death skill 3 times now, and wave 40 plus endless runs. I don't know what that means. It could be talking about the sleeping in front of enemies and them getting backed up. Uh, Stuck on you, or not able to get sleep. I'll go ahead and heart that one too. Terrible mic sound bouncing. Yeah, I don't really know what that means. But yeah, it was on Stadia recording, so I don't think I had everything going for me there. All right, cool. That is all of the YouTube comments, and we found the grinder slow percentage. I'm very surprised at the number that we found. So with that being said, I got my Taco Bell here. With that being said, you can hop into a scramble. Oh yeah, butterflies would be, yeah. You drink a Cade. So last time 17. Power plus 1 scepter domination 3. How's a scepter 3? Arcane debuff. That won't stack on whatever else does arcane debuff. Stone staff is physical and stone. I'm not sure that that's separated. I don't know if stone actually gives you an extra point. Probably says yes to scramble. Okay. Swinging mace is a times 3. I'm not sure how Scepter of Domination is times 3. Scepter. I'll just call it the SOD. How's SOD? D times 3. Attack. Arcane. Debuff. And mind control. I love OMD, but all the campaigns are too short. Yeah. If you play again, well, true. Not bleed. I personally think the war scenarios are too long for me, because once you kind of figure out how to beat them, it's just really easy to run through them and kind of AFK them. Okay, so I'll give you guys a choice. All right, there's something I've been wanting to try, and we can do scramble, or we can do a Rift Room only challenge on Dragon Boneyard, where we play 25 Waves of Endless on Dragon Boneyard, which is Zelsador's map, and we only build inside the Rift Room. Been wanting to try Dragon Boneyard for that, or we can do scramble. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a poll, and we can vote for it. So I'll let you guys vote. I want to kind of do both at some point. Complete. We're back after Taco Bell. All right. Scramble, or will it Rift Room? Dragon Boneyard. Wave 25. Scramble is 1. Scramble is 1. Rift Room, Dragon Boneyard, Wave 25 is 2. All right. More than the Dragon Boneyard Rift Room. It's not a big room, so it should be interesting. Well, let's go ahead and get the vote in. Guys, get your voting fingers ready to vote for, do we play a scramble or a will it Rift Room Dragon Boneyard Wave 25? Start poll. Go ahead and vote whether we build around the rift for 25 waves on Dragon Boneyard, the Zelsador map, or we play in scramble. And you guys, of course, pick everything in scramble. That loss can pick a trap. Yeah, we've been using the vote thing for scramble recently, Brad. If you vote again, make sure you do the exclamation vote space number. Exclamation vote space number. And if it ties, we're going to flip a coin. exclamation vote, space number. Seeing it. Okay, something's not adding up here. We got Firestorm vote 2. I think more people are voting too. Oh, loud. Yeah, so we got Firestorm, Brad, Pale Rider, Richard, all voting 2. Khalife vote 1, Zajwaz and Truetta voting 1. We're gonna have 4 hours of war. It might be faster than you think because they're not gonna have to repath around a bunch. Might be faster than you think, and there's a lot of explodey guys, so we'll see if we can hold the cades up. We'll see. They're going to be pushed against the barricades. All right, so it's a Will It Riff Room, Dragon Boneyard, Wave 25. Go ahead and give me a moment to get that set up. I'm going to need to glitch the game. Voters who lost can pick a trap for you to use. It would be hard, challenging, depending. Sure. We can do an RNG thing for the traps because it'll be hard to put that in there into a poll. Just type all that out. And if the girlfriend comes home, I'm just gonna have to tell her, listen, hon, I know you're leaving work at 10:30, and I know I'm still streaming. Please don't be mad at me. I promise, I'll make it up to you. That's what I have to say every time. She comes in, she's like, you're streaming, but you knew I was gonna be home. It's like, yeah, I know, but listen. That's how that goes. Maybe I should text her and tell her that not to expect me off the computer. It's all about the communication. Alright, it crashed. Let's go. Task. I've just got to get it, blame it on Khalife. There you go. I'll say it. Listen, there's people in my chat that said if I don't do what they said, they're gonna unsubscribe, and I can't lose subscribers, Jen. You know this. Nah, I'm kidding. She'll be alright with it. She understands. At least she pretends to if she doesn't. Like, you had all day to play the game. All day. But, yeah, but yeah. But that's not the point. Alright. Joining, sweet. Alright, out of here. Turn that off. And we'll get right into it. Press like. Yeah, don't forget to press like. That's the hard stuff. For no particular reason. Alrighty, let's get into it. Dragon Boneyard. Riff Room only. Pale Rider, you have no idea. Yeah. Alright, we gotta bring single cades. Let's just hop into it, and we're gonna have to play Cygnus here, most likely. Let's hop into it and kind of get an idea of what we had to work with. How much stuff. You should have a mode that lets you pick enemies. Yeah, one of the more requested things is this sandbox mode where you can then choose the enemies. I really like the sandbox mode. I like a lot of things about Bloons, but the sandbox mode is one of those things I like, you know. Alright, so we gotta push this back maybe a little bit. So this is kind of how we're going to oh, you know what, maybe back one more. Okay, like here. This is about how we're gonna cade up, like this. Right, so everything's gonna come down here and run over here. We need to... Oh, can we do that maybe? Yeah, let's do that instead, because then I can push this up here. All right. So we'll do this. And they're all going to run along this wall here. And we got this ceiling on top of us. Got these slanted walls. Interactive chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then let's see here. There to push it. No, we can't push it all the way there. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. What we can do is this. So that pushes them here into this square over there. If we do this and then this. Okay. It's going to push them here, and then we'll do... As my voice keeps cracking. This, yep. Okay, so this is kind of the layout that we're going to be going for. We do have to wall off the right-hand side. We'll probably do it at the bottom of the stairs. To make sure that we have enough room, because I don't... Well, let's see. Okay, maybe we can figure this out. What do we need to wall off on the other side? Wall off here. Yeah, I think we'll have to do the bottom of the stairs as the wall off point for that side. And then we're gonna have this, right? So they gotta walk over here, which means we're probably gonna do this. So they're gonna walk over here and then walk down this way. Probably walk through the floor, walk back around, walk into the rift. So I think that's going to be the snake pattern that we use. There are going to be fire dudes. So lightning lasers are going to be the thing that we're going to use here. But to start with... Yeah, we're going to have to do wall traps. Boom barrels, we can bring boom barrels, and boom barrels will work here pretty well, I think. Yeah, they'll be really good. So let's do that. Let's do that as one of our things. Weapons, stone staff. Okay. So we can put the boom barrels up there, right? Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. And that juicy. Alright, so that'll pop and that'll roll out. Good. Okay, so we can do that. And then can we put cannons there? No, we'd have to put them here. So we could do cannons. With ceiling lasers, cannons above the barricades, ceiling lasers in the open spots. But that's going to be really expensive. Well, yeah, we are going to have a lot of money, huh? Because this is war scenario. Probably will have a lot of money for that. We're going to need saw blade launchers, absolutely. If we're going to get to 25 on this, absolutely going to need that. Well, we can do the 4 stack. We can do the stack. Oh, nice. It actually works out really well. Look at that. Look at that stack right there. That's a good stack. Have you ever seen one? All right, we'll do that stack then. Hey, the big bedowel. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate it. The cannons fit on the top, on the little lop right above the banners. Oh, I don't think so. They have those kinds of things elsewhere. Oh, here. Yeah, it kind of looks like it should, huh? Because it's like nice and flat. But it doesn't look like they're going to fit anywhere up there. Yeah, it's a no-go. Joe McSnow. Yeah. We'll look at taking those. Those are our 4 wall traps. We need floor. So we got Arcane Brim. And we've got tar. We need tar here, right? We can do Acid Geyser instead of Arcane Brim. Then maybe try and do the Arcane Dragon somewhere, because there's going to be a lot of walls here. Yeah, that would be the perfect spot. Plus, this is for the strong enemies. Yeah, we could do ballistas, or the snow cannons. Either way, I mean, going to way 25 is not gonna be too bad. There's just gonna be a lot of enemies. You know, one of the problems we're gonna have is the fire dudes. So we're gonna have to watch out for that, especially because the fire dudes. Why don't we route it the other way? Let's take the fire dudes up to the right, and then down, and then behind the rift, and then back up and over here, and then snake it in. If we do that, then basically the reason I would want to do that is because if the fire dudes blow up the cades here, and they're walking down this way, and they blow up these cades, they're going to walk right into the rift. But if I route them the other way, then they're going to blow up the cades here, which is fine because I'm going to have another row of cades behind it for the snake part of the kill box. So there's still, the enemies are still going to have to be running through the rest of the kill box. We may need the reset trinket. If we're just going to go for 25 waves, we might not, because we got the stone staff. So we can use stone staff and place a barricade. As long as they go over to the right instead of the other way, then we could probably make that work. That actually makes this this wall a little bit easier to use. Right, because we got to pull them out from here. Just for now, pull them out from here. Once we get some more money, we'll have a better we'll be able to like actually cade the whole thing. But yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, I think this is a smarter choice. It's to cade them this way instead. And we'll open that and push the cade over on that side. Alright, so we've got that. We got our tar. Let's look at getting our arcane dragon and see what we can do with this. So we can put it here and we can put it here. What does that do? Yeah, that's actually... that one's not so good. But this one's pretty good. That's a nice long corridor for it. I like it. I like it. Even here isn't a bad idea, because it does shoot. It's going to shoot across everything that's going to be walking up here. We're going to have a lot of enemies on this too. It's a war scenario. So that's going to be probably really useful. Let's check here then. Okay, that'll go outside actually. Does it last the whole time? It does. Not quite the whole time. We're going to have them coming over here. We could have our wall charger, our 4 combo stack up there. Okay. We should have a vote in the little, if that little room can be used as well. I mean, I don't have to have projectiles hitting that room. I almost don't want to. Let's see. How does this work? Okay, so that's the same. Yeah, there's a couple of good places for it. I think it's going to be really effective just because of the amount of enemies coming in. In that case, we're not going to bring Brim. We're going to bring the Acid Geyser. We're just going to do this all the way through. This is going to be our floor setup. Tar and Acid Geyser. I can use anything else for that. Okay, so we can still bring our ceiling traps. Let's take a look at the lasers here, what it's going to look like. Yeah, I think we're going to need lasers. Which means we got this other sailing spot that's not going to be used much. Unless we get rid of the Arcane Dragon. We can get rid of it and you bring something else. What level is this? This is Dragon Boneyard. It is a war scenario level. We're planning on building into the Rift Room. Alright, so now the question is, do I use ballistas or snow cannons? Because I only got those 2 options, realistically. Do we go ballistas up here on top of the barricades or snow cannons? I'll let you guys choose. So go ahead and throw it out in the comments there. We use ballistas. We'll probably keep them arcane, but it'll look something like this, where we have a bunch of ballistas like this, or we can have the snow cannons for freeze. Brad says ballista. Well, what do you guys think? 'Cause I don't have any ice, so freeze might be better, but ballistas are pretty good. They do a lot of damage, and they'll help clear anything that gets that's heavy that gets kind of through, you know. Choose whichever one makes it harder. Probably ballistic because there's no crowd control and there's not an extra source of damage to do combos with. James King says, "Let there be blizzard." It is going to be a lot of snow, a lot of ice floating around. Ballistas are going to look cool, but I think the snow cannons might look a little cooler. Just gotta make sure we have the ice upgrade. I mean, you guys are gonna see this stuff spray. We're gonna have so many of them. It's gonna be crazy. I recently bought Orcs Must Die 3. I did notice you use floor spike traps. Why is that? If you were talking about earlier, I used it on Stadia. Because of the way that Stadia runs, you can use it pretty effectively. Otherwise, I wouldn't normally use floor spikes. Because there's better floor trap options. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think we'll do the snow, and we're going to watch the projectile shootout. It's going to be a lot of them. So, all right. We got everything we need set up. I can't really control this projectile. So if it goes out there, it goes out there. But I can control the rest of them. Wonderful. Okay, we're not going to do those two yet. Can do this one. Can do this one. But I think instead of that, we're going to go lasers first. Oh, yeah, we can't do horizontal lasers over this, huh? Okay, we'll have to go horizontal lasers here. Get a tar. And a tar here, maybe? Alright, let's try that. Pale Rider Convest me snow. Zifx Games. Is there a way to automatically set up boom barrels? It can be set up by some of the traps. So, or you can shoot it. You can shoot the boom barrels, or you can place them high enough and they'll explode themselves. I mean, other videos I saw. Good job on the videos. I may have used them as a meme. That's kind of like a joke. I mean, they're okay. They're not like bad, but they're just not good. If that makes sense. Like the only trap you should never use is the decoy. Every other trap you can use. It's just there's some that are more effective and some that are less effective. You know, more and less cost efficient. And that's the Donnie difference. That's the Donnie difference. Yeah. All right. Get your popcorn out and lay back in your long chairs. This is going to be a game. I use decoy for sled shelves. I mean, there's a challenge to use it on sled shelves. I still wouldn't use it on sled shelves. It's much easier without it. I like spikes for their price when I'm on a map I'm not good at and I need something cheap I can throw down. Yeah. Yeah, if you had like an unlimited inventory, then sure, use it. But decoy cost only 100 coins. Would I use it? Nope. Nope. It still does not make a return on the investment at 100 coins. It still is not worth it, financially speaking. Let's hope this kills everything. So I don't have to deal with the TNT archers. It looks like I was able to stone most of the TNT archers, which is good. We got this saw blade that likes to bounce back in there. Maybe. Alright, so far so good. They would have to cost like 25 coin for me to use them. Maybe, okay, maybe 25 is a little bit less. I would do it for 50 coin. I would use them for 50 coin. The problem is that 3 orcs can kill it before they die, unless you get the bleed. But they don't combo with themselves, so you're only going to get the base coin of 10, and that's it. You're not getting much money from it. Well, you know, I should just wall off on the right-hand side of this. Because first of all, I only need 3 barricades instead of 4. And second off, it's going to be faster. They don't have to walk down here and hit their checkpoint. I'm gonna try endless coastal hallways. I saw slow grinder, a stun shock zapper. You might do. Yeah, okay. You need. Yeah, I was about to say the wall charger, but maybe not. You can do the what is it called? The pounder, stun pounder for area of effect pounding, stunning. Arcane butterfly, poison cannon, laser fire, barrels to put above barricades, and somewhere high flick trap to fill in 2x2 slots above bleed. Egan, play Egan and double jump for your slam. It's gonna be a times 3 combo by itself. There's a perk that got rid of the explode but made it respawn. Oh yeah, if they had that, yeah, that'd be great. If it could respawn on its own, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Not a bad trap at all. Right now it can't. You know. Because it's like not a good trap. Yeah. Alright, let's sleep again so we don't take any TNT archer. Need a burrito. Do I use flowers? I used to use flowers a lot. I've kind of stopped using flowers, but they are still good. PJ Subtle. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Single versus double. Yeah, let's talk about that. If I'm using double cades, what I'm building in here, I won't be able to build as efficiently as what I'm going to do with single cades if I had doubles. You might look at this and you might say, well, wouldn't doubles save you a lot of money? And yes, it would. The problem is it wouldn't be as efficient. So I am generally a single cade kind of guy. However, there are plenty of maps, and if I'm playing Rip Lord, a lot of times I may actually end up, if I'm playing Rip Lord, I may end up doing double cades. Kind of depends on the map on that, but for endless, depending on the map, and most maps I use singles, I'll use single cades. For example, if you build your kill box over here, in this room, if you use double cades, what I would do is I would like build cades all the way down to the stairs, right? Have this wall as a kill box. If you want to route enemies to the other side, you have to use singles. Gundam, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Because if you have doubles, you're going to end up doing 3 doubles or 4 doubles, but then they fill up the whole thing. And if you go sideways, then you can't route them back up over here to this side. So you're kind of, if you want to snake them in and out of that room, you have to use singles. So there are reasons to bring singles. If I take ceiling pounder, do I use lightning spikes for the floor trap? Oh crap! I didn't even realize. I'm a noob. No, I'm bad at the game. No. Ripperoni. I gotta get some emergency cades set up. Emergency cades. I need money to do that though first. No. Actually, wait. Are they coming to me or are they going up the? Oh no, some of them are. No. I'm a goof. Can we make it happen? Almost. We need like 4 more coin. Let me go kill an orc here. Most of them went the other way, so that's good. Alright. Now I can build this kid here. Alright, we'll sell it after this and then put it over on the other side. Oh, I guess we should just barricade in front of it. I'm used to barricading right here just to push him into this room for the kill box. Yeah, I should have... yeah. I haven't ever tried this before, so. But that's fine. That's fine. We're okay. That saw blaze that popped out of the room is killing a few on both sides. They're not going to be over. They're not going to be over to our right anymore. Once we actually Cade correctly. I take Ceiling Pounder. Do I use lightning for lightning source? Okay, I see what you're saying. You probably do want to bring that then, the Shock Zapper. But if you want to get a nice stun, then you want to use the thing. There's a coin that shows it right. Okay, we'll pick it up. You want to use a Shock Zapper for lightning. If you want to get a nice stun though, you need to use a Ceiling Pounder. What else? What else can you do for lightning? You can do the lightning ring, I guess. If you have an extra slot. Maybe get rid of the barrels because they're only going to do 1x combo. And do the lightning ring instead, and then bring the pounders. Because the barrels only do explosion damage, which is physical, and that's all it is. How do you play War Scenarios and Endless? We got two questions here. If you're on Stadia, it's pretty easy, but most people aren't. So, if you're on Steam, you have to lobby up with somebody that has the Endless bug. Meaning you have to be within the same region or have a VPN in order to connect to the lobby of someone with the Endless bug. It's a bug. Yeah, I know where the coin is. We're just waiting for the TNT archers to die and stuff. I'm gonna fix these Cades. I goofed them up. I spent way too much money on Cades than I needed to over here. So for example, I have an account, my girlfriend's account, that has the game on Endless. There was a bug or glitch that happened, and we captured it before, whatever. But no, they won't. They probably won't for one particular reason. Because of console gaming, they can't. They have it in the code to play a lot of the maps on Endless, or all the maps on Endless actually, even the flyer maps. Which we can't do the flyer maps on Stadia. We can only do those on Steam. We can only do the flyer maps on Stadia. We don't know how the glitch happened. It's just it happened. We tried to recreate it several times and we just couldn't figure out how to recreate it. Several smart people got involved and we gave it the old college try, but it still to no avail. Okay, so Cade here, here, and there, right? Yeah. Which means we could probably do this. Probably do this. Yeah, freaking lasers, man. Okay, that'll work because they're going in between the lasers. But we can't put boom barrels up where the lasers are because then they're just going to hit them. So maybe we can do this? No. So we can't put boom barrels up here on this wall because of the lasers. Silly lasers. Structure for kids. But yeah, they can't do war scenarios normally on this game. Like, probably ever. Long there. Okay. There we go. Now that should force them all the way around. Then they'll come in through here and they'll die. A bit thicker there. Yeah. Shift lasers for that one barrel. Bit thicker of a gap. We got everything. Well, oh yeah, well, for that, between the two lasers, sure. Yeah, we could probably shift them all down, because this ceiling is a bit awkward shaped. We can't put barrels up here, so we can maybe center that, or push this down too. That way we can have the barrels on this corner, so they can roll out that way and roll in this way. We shift that down as well, so what do we need to do, just 2 down? Yeah, that'll work actually really well. Oh, but then it just goes in the center, never mind. Yeah, we're building around the rift here, the rift room. Looks like the pathing might be a little bit wonky. So they'll come in here. But yes, as far as playing this endless on Xbox or PlayStation, unless you know how to edit save files, you wouldn't be able to do it. I don't even know if there's a way to edit save files. Why do you delete every negative comment on your channel? I don't delete any comments on my channel. Oh, except for spam comments. Well, I just block words from spam comments like VOF or VOP or any of that. Yeah, I don't delete comments on my channel. I will say that sometimes I pull up comments and they're just not there anymore. I don't know why. I pull it up on my phone a lot. But I think they may be replies or something. I'm not sure. Hey, thanks for the follow, Squilla. Ah, yes. Good old Earthlings. Good old Earthlings. Yeah, if I could double or triple stack what is VOF and P and stuff, yeah, I don't know. They're like spam links or whatever. What if part where boom barrels can't go because lasers will put vertical saws? Or that part where boom barrels can't go. Is there mod support for OMD3? Not currently, as far as I know. Ah. We're gonna go ahead and place these in place. Okay, maybe there's a list of words that can't be used. Thought it was you filtering. The amount of work that would be. Nah. I can pull it up so you don't. If one of your comments got deleted, I can pull it up for you. Show you what I have. That's like not allowed. Because I get these like these weird spam comments from like bots or whatever. No, settings, that's where it is. Permission, community. Yeah, stuff like this, like webcamschat.com, or, well, I have these 5, but these 5 were scam accounts. Things like girls, GYN, VOL, VON, VON, you know, stuff like that. All those are blocked. And every time they come up with another one that have like a link for it, I block the link as well. Whatever letters they used for the link. Absolutely, absolutely. Ooh, question. Does damage bonus from freeze benefit chain lightning staff as much as, let's say, crossbow? It doesn't, freeze does not benefit lightning at all. The lightning staff is all electric damage, and freeze does not buff lightning damage at all. Alright, let's get these lasers moved over. Get our boom barrel over there. Oh, there. Okay. I wish I could, you know, double, triple, quadruple stack my barricade so I could fill it all the way up to the wall and keep everything inside. Oh dang, same with the stone staff? Yeah, same with the stone staff. They only buff, well, ice buffs ice and physical damage, and stone only buffs physical damage. Alright, cool. Is there ever a situation to use ice amulet over stone staff? Not right now, but when they said they're gonna reduce the stone duration with the next patch. So we'll see. I'm assuming the ice amulet's gonna maybe picking up some stuff. Will you putting those lasers in corners? Not this corner. Actually, I can't put it in this corner because the ceiling space is too shallow. I moved them over because I have like 4 squares on that side, 4 squares on this, and that way I can put the boom barrel. If the boom barrel touches a laser, it explodes. So like this spot right here, I can't place a boom barrel because it's gonna hit the laser and explode. Whereas this one, Dr. Stino, I'm still streaming. Yeah, I just came back from Taco Bell. If I put it on this one, it'll roll down into this area, which is where we want the enemies eventually anyways. We want them to come down here. So the boom barrel hit about right here where I'm standing. Whereas if we put it up there, it'll just hit the laser and explode in the air and not do anything. As a matter of fact, let me text my girlfriend, let her know that I'm streaming, and I probably won't be off when she's off work. Just so she knows that she's not expecting me to be off, you know. Because this might take a little bit, but it shouldn't take too long. Alright. Just texted her. Then we can take the next couple of waves just to barricade around the whole place and see what it ends up looking like. We can't put the lasers up here at all, so we can't do the lasers until that side. And I don't want to start putting lasers over on the left until we barricade around the whole place. We actually do need to watch out for the explodey guys. 1x6? Yeah, they're 1x6. Yeah. They would be pretty nice if they're 1x4 though. A lot more usable. Maybe that should have been a compromise that they made, since they nerfed the damage and nerfed the area, the range. Maybe they should have made that compromise where they actually made them smaller, so you could spam more of them. Like cost 650, reduce the price, but also reduce it to a 4 square instead of a 6 square. That way, there's more places you can use them successfully. Thinking about taking the butterfly stuff out of these first handful. Just to kind of keep everything moving in here, you know. Just make sure we can kill everything. So we'll do a little bit of extra damage on the outside there. Probably do that. Let's get some more Caden done. Alright, so we want to push everything here, but we don't want it to come back into the rift. So we do this. They walk over there. They walk up here. Put it here. Here. So they got 2 spaces. They got 2 spaces. They walk in. So I'll make sure that I don't goof this up. Put this here and there, right? So then we can put this here. Yep, that's fine. We can do this here. Okay, and we'll Kate up there. All right, cool, cool. I'll remove that floor trap over there here momentarily. Nothing's even getting over there. I don't know why I'm building cades. Or not building cades. Can we push this in one? Yeah, we can. Okay, good. Alright. want to snag it inside, I think. Like so. One more Cade. And then they're in the rift. Alright. Cage coming in. What would happen if you completely blocked out the rift barricades? One of two things. Either the enemies will get stuck and their pathing is messed up and they'll just stand around and eventually die, which is unlikely to happen, but depending on where you cade, sometimes it does happen because of their pathing issues. What they're supposed to do is they're supposed to attack random barricades until they can get into the rift. So one of those two. Richard, there is a way to speed up the game, but it is with a external piece of software where you can speed the game up. And it speeds up the entire game in its entirety, so it doesn't actually help you, but it does run through war scenarios a lot faster. I have seen it, but I have not used it. Well, I've used the software for like free camera floating around so I can get like nice screenshots, but I haven't used it for like speeding the game up at all. Consistent crossplay, yeah, true. I mean, I would like it, yeah. I would like that there's a speed mode. Like in Bloons Tower Defense 6, right? Or dying. Yeah, dying does actually speed up the enemies. Or maybe they like turn that on all the time or something. Well, I should go get to trying out the patch. Been avoiding. The patch is not out yet. The patch is coming out sometime next week. They didn't specify the date yet, but they said it's going to come sometime next week. So you can still use the saw blades launchers and do a bunch of damage. What is the setting? Oh, right. We got the K destroyers. Yeah. Maybe we should just double up the Cades, actually. Maybe we should just double up the Cades and not Cade around the rift. Not like make a huge thing. We just like make a major Cade around and then let him in on that side and just push all these Cades out or triple Cade them, you know? Maybe we should just do that. And heck yeah, time to bounce a button. There you go. Get all your flat skilling in now while you got the OP saw blade launchers. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. Yup, Druid. You chat. I'll see you next time. Yep. Take care, man. Is there another cage destroyed? No, they just got through. Okay. Huh. I do have to wait. I can't push kids behind him yet. Even if I brought the barricade to heal, it still wouldn't help too much because there's gonna be so many fire mobs. I'm gonna have to pop it constantly. I think we're just gonna triple Cade up, really fortify that corner, and even on that side. Hey, we got a times 12 combo. Damn, nice. We're not even Egan or playing with any weapons that do that. Yeah, we can triple reinforce the Cades. My work has been stressful in your tutorial, and the game is really what make you keep going. Awesome. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, Deprix. Glad it could be of help. Yeah, Ethan, that's been suggested back in Stadia days. We've suggested that. That would help a lot because yeah, I can't tell you how many times I've gone in. I'm like, ah, crap, I got to go back out, change my stuff, come back in. And the thing is that sometimes I'll go back out and completely forget what I was about to bring to change or something, you know? So one of the other things that people have asked for, and this is even back in Stadia days, is they ask for a way to favorite traps. So that way when you're in the game, they'll come to the top of the list. You can favorite them from either in the game before you start, or you could favorite them after the game in the spell book, so that way you know what to bring. So, oh yeah, we can still use these, and essentially we're just gonna let them come in here. Do we push them around farther? No, I don't think we do. All right, so I'm gonna Kate up here. Luckily, we can like triple reinforce that side. Can even reinforce this side a little bit here. There we go. Can we duplicate here? Yes, we can. We'll duplicate here as well. And that'll help us take care of any of the fire bombs. We should have plenty of money to replace any in case they get destroyed. When is Patch Notes live server? Do you know the date? They said sometimes next week. Sometime next week is going to be the patch for Steam, and I believe the other two? I don't know. We need to have preset trap builds. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Those are two things that some of the guys who played on Stadia had mentioned to them. Actually, enjoy using the Arcane Dragon a lot more. I've started using it a lot more for combos, and you really have to like, it really has to work in the right place. But yes, it's nice. Gabriel says, how I play Infinite in War Scenario. You have to either be on Stadia or Steam. I'm guessing you're not on Stadia. On Steam, you have to play, it's a bug. We call it the endless bug. And you have to lobby up with somebody else who has the endless bug. Once you lobby up with someone who has the endless bug, you then just leave the lobby and you contract it. If you know how to edit your save game files, you can do it yourself for any platform minus Stadia, because there's no save game files in Stadia because it's on the server, not on your computer. So that is how. There's no mod for it, even though it's probably the #1 requested mod, or one of the highest requested mods out there. Well, they had some of the old OMD3 maps. Yeah, I think they said something about them wanting to do that. No. As of right now, Gabriel, we do not have a way to recreate the bug that happened to cause endless playable on regular maps. We have attempted, but we could not get it to happen. What game besides Orcs Must Die that is also a favorite of yours? Do you lose the bug when you join someone? If you join someone, then you lose the bug. If they join you, they gain the bug. So you'll have to then re-lobby up with somebody who has the bug afterwards. The other way to lose the bug is to change your difficulty on the top right-hand side where it says Rift Lord or Apprentice. It would switch over to say Endless, and you change it back to Rift Lord or any other difficulty, and you lose the bug as well. You could set some traps elsewhere, only for the Zappers Fire Elementals. We could Firestorm, except this is a Rift Room only challenge, where we're only building inside the Rift Room for 25 waves. See if it's even possible. And so far, it seems okay. We just have to double triple Cade this corner here. Deprix. There's a game that my girlfriend and I played together. Let me pull it up. I always forget what it's called. Some kind of Kingdom Reborn. Kingdoms Reborn is a game that my girlfriend and I play. From time to time, I will play Age of Empires 2. or I will play Bloons Tower Defense 6. Or League of Legends. If they have Earth mode on League of Legends, I'll play League of Legends. Do you know how orcs scale up in difficulty? No, I do not, and I don't think we've located that information yet. We do have some game files, but I don't think we've located that information yet. War traps could be really used in their own tab. I like the favorites idea too. It would also be nice if traps had a scroll on the page to scroll down like when the web instead of the arrows click. Come on. You and me get the same taste. There you go. There you go. Traps had tab and a scroll. Used to be so into Monkey and Balloons in League. With Balloons in League, yep. Yeah, I played League of Legends at the end of Season 1. That's when I started playing way back in the day. But like I said, I don't play unless it's Earth now, because Earth is a lot of fun, but everything else just kind of sucks. I'm not sure. I understand the scroll thing. I mean, in the traps page, whenever you go to your spell book before you, like, when you're looking at your story mode maps or whatever, in the page you can scroll down to see them. And you can scroll down here too. You can scroll on your hotbar as well. Hit Diamond 3 during Season 5 game with the comp. Yeah, they keep adding new champions and everything. Yeah, it's not the same as it used to be. How do you deal with orc sappers? Wait, are you talking about yeah, you're right. League is a lot more fun when you have friends. Are you talking about the Cobalt Sappers? The little guys with the bombs on their back? Yeah, there's a couple of ways you can deal with them. Yeah, a couple of ways. Yes, this is Dragon Boneyard. One of the more popular ways right now is to use lasers and tar. So you'll put lasers in front of a gate that the sappers come out on. You'll put tar underneath it, so they slow down, clump up, and then they explode on the lasers. When they explode, they do damage to things around them, to include themselves. So oftentimes you only need to explode one if they're close together to explode them all. A couple of other good ways. The haymaker is pretty good to take care of them. It has a duration, but the duration is pretty long. It's like 8 seconds, and it'll pretty much take care of the sappers. The gravity pillar is really good. Just like the lasers, the gravity pillar has infinite range. It'll pull them up. And when it drops them, they'll generally take enough fall damage, or if you get the damage upgrade, they'll explode in the air. And one of the last ways to take care of them is do a tar brim combo, where you have tar and then place brim in checkerboard formation. And when they hit the brimstone, they'll explode. Because brimstone does 12 damage initially, and then it does the rest of a total of 40 damage over time. Which is 7 damage a second for 4 seconds with a 20% slow. How long are you going to be streaming? Until this reaches wave 25. So probably longer than I thought, but we'll see. Alkex, just subscribe. Appreciate it. Yeah, League's such a different game now. I played a couple of times a week with mates. Just fun build stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Back in the day, I played Kale. This was when her right mouse button was just invincibility for herself for 3 seconds. And her E was like the auto attack range increase or whatever. That's who I mained for a while. It's only 2 hours for snow cannons. We'll put snow cannons. We're just gonna wait till the end of the wave. Any info on the scramble perk for AoE damage? No. No, there's not info on it. At least not that we have. HDR. I just left it on. Game looks kind of neat, I guess. Did I disable the HDR? High definition resolution? Is that what HDR stands for? I didn't change anything. I haven't changed anything since you've been here. Yeah, Andy, we'll put the snow cannons up there. We'll layer snow cannons on there. We got a lot of money. Why'd you choose to buy the SM7B? SM7B. Oh. The Shure? Yeah, the microphone? How'd you know I had the microphone? It's your microphone. Yeah. I don't know. I saw other people using it, I guess. I don't know how you know that. That's weird. I guess you could have seen my my face earlier today. I had the webcam on. Oh, unless I have that in my description. You're on YouTube? You're on YouTube. I don't know if I have that in my YouTube description or not. But yeah. You got some of my door or something? Oh. So my blinds are closed. Works in audio, I got you. Yeah, I don't know. Other people are using it. You know, Ludwig has a good sound and he uses it, so I figured, you know, if I don't really know what I'm doing exactly, then you know, it could work. Yeah, Super Django. Brand, would you say there are some rules of thumb for all levels? Keep struggling to focus on what traps. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Yeah, try to kill things in front of the door for the first wave or two. That way you can make par time. Use tar to keep everything slowed. And use the stone staff to keep everything stuck. And then you can use whatever other damage source to just like pump out damage. And the idea is to keep them right next to the trap whenever it comes off cooldown. The trap keeps cycling, and then you can keep sprinkling damage with your weapons or whatever. So that's for starting, I would say. Otherwise, just whenever you play them, if you're having a hard time on one of them, and it's because of like sappers or whatever, just write down whatever wave they come out on, whatever door they come out from, and just prepare to be there sooner than before. And take care of them before they become a problem. Best mic on the market. Okay. Take your word for it. I like to put freeze on the first war scenario on the entrance just to suck them in the valley. They came out and put boom barrel and just keep throwing barrels at them. Yeah, that's pretty smart. I use the Neumann KU100. Okay, that helps. Good. Yeah, one of the... So when I played through this, of course I played it on Stadia and I beat everything on Stadia. When I came over to Steam, I was trying to play with all the new traps. And one of the things that happened on Sludge Shelves was the only one I couldn't 5-skull the first time. And it was because of part time. There's a couple of armored ogres that made it through my kill box. I tried it a second time without changing much. And I was able to get it to where I was 12 seconds late. But that's still not good enough. So I came back later and... you know, made sure that I could use more crowd control effects like the freeze and everything from the dart spitter to keep the enemies in the area, so that way I could make part time. But then I found out an easier way to do it. All you got to do is kill everything in the first gate in the top for wave 1. Wave 2, only one other gate opens, and the top gate closes. So you go to rush down to the bottom gate, place some tar and some saw blade launchers or whatever on the wall. Keep everything right in front of the gate. Sell that. Run back up and then build your kill box kind of close to everything else. So John from Belarus with love. Thank you. And then it's night here, says Pink Tree. It is night here as well. It's 10:21 p.m. The computer is crap at night, causing me to only hear every other word sometimes, or skipping wave like all of wave 6 and the second half of wave 7. So I'm going to bed and watch this when it's uploaded. And it will be uploaded in the live stream thing, the live stream playlist. In co-op, do you think it's worth one person bring the snow and the other person bring acid? Yeah, I would say the acid cannon is probably the second best way to apply acid debuff. And it's pretty good. Hello, hi Dan. Hello. Pink tree, hello. Oh, also, I see. Yes, I am. Almost dead center in the country. Almost dead center. Why couldn't you fill the field with trap in the interest before you? Kian Nini, that is because we are doing a Rift Room only build with this map. So we're only killing things inside the Rift Room. Southern Bump 4, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Is the acid debuff the same with fire? So the acid debuff is 50% bonus physical damage. Southern Bump 4, I thought you streamed on YouTube. I stream on both now. It was requested of me to do both, so I'm doing both now. I used to have it set up to do both, and then I stopped it because it takes a... The default, like, load up doesn't save when you do both. So I have to go through before I start... After I start the stream, I have to go through on YouTube and change some of the information on the stream itself. Twitch usually changes, but we'll see. But yeah, so I'm streaming on both now. I don't know. That's what people wonder. So yes, so the acid debuff is 50% bonus damage for physical sources. That includes bleed, because bleed is physical damage over time. That includes explosion. All explosion is also physical damage. And that includes other sources of physical damage, like a left mouse button for a weapon or whatever. Oh, look at how that's going. However, what fire does is fire does 7 damage per second for 4 seconds. It'll create the burn effect, and the burn effect is 7 damage a second for 4 seconds. And it also slows for 20%. That's what the burn does. And fire just does whatever initial fire damage the trap is doing. So fire doesn't actually debuff them, but it does slow them slightly and cause damage over time. Which map is this? Still using the endless bug. This map is Dragon Boneyard, and yes, we are using the endless bug. Yep. Did we see Zelzador on this? I don't remember Zelzador coming out. Yep, we're gonna get to wave 25. There are no sappers on this map. There are fire elementals that break into fire fiends, and they come out of the left-hand side. That's why we have triple barricades, so that way whenever they blow one up, we can just replace one. We're gonna have plenty of money to do that. How's my life during COVID? It's actually didn't change at all. I was working at T-Mobile, and I was working from home, so I was literally sitting where I am sitting, using my streaming software to talk to people on the phone at T-Mobile. So it. I almost didn't even notice it, to be honest. And I'm in Kansas, so Kansas has lifted the mass restriction. Missouri's putting it back in place. I'm like on the border of Kansas and Missouri. Missouri's putting it back in place, but Kansas said we don't want to deal with masks. They're like a pretty conservative state. So that's nice. And Alkek said, what is the endless bug? Where you can play story mode maps on endless mode. Do you get skulls on non-endless maps doing endless on them when you wave 25 of them? Yes, you do. But endless does not give you very many skulls, and there are much faster ways of gaining skulls than playing endless. But it does count as its own sort of bugged goal thing. So you do get your 5 skulls for beating wave 25 like you would for a normal endless map. That won't matter because there's stairs, and the saw blade launchers will launch over the barricades. So even if we barricaded down there, they would just fly over the barricades. You are doing 3 stream a day. Cool. Yeah, right now I don't have a job. Plus it's a Saturday, and the girlfriend's working today, so yeah, I did one this morning because my buddy T-Wald wanted to play. And I had him call me to wake me up so we could play together. And then I did one earlier today, and then I just got so tired I needed to go get some food, so I got food and came back for my third stream of the day. Third stream of the day indeed. And pretty soon we're not going to have any go breaks. We're going to have to watch out for that. I don't really want them blowing up back here, but if they do, they do. Oh, forgot. I do need to place another cade right about here. There we go. There we go. Scramble's the best for me strategy right now. It can be, yeah. So here's the thing. Let me pull this up here for you so you can see it. If I freeze an orc, will it still catch fire? Yes, it will. Yep. You can stack all those stuff on them, all that damage on them. They'll also bleed, and they'll also take an arcane debuff. And you can also stone them, and they'll take even more physical damage. You can stack every single element on an enemy at the same time. Okay. For Scramble, let me show you something here. We have gone into the game files and found some information. If you get the headshot kills always cause pickup drops, or even better, greatly increased pickup drop chance. If you get the greatly increased pickup drop chance, it happens, I believe, before the war scenario. And if you can get this buff right here, then you will not have a problem ever with skulls. You'll probably get 200-300 skulls by the end of it. If you get the headshot one, you're going to want to build a kill box and like force enemies backwards just to get headshots. You have to kill them with the headshot. So this one will be really, really good. Otherwise, you really kind of want to farm for this one. It's a 5% chance to show up in your buffs. A lot of these buffs have 5% chances or slightly higher. But it's a tier 3, so it's after you beat the second map. This is after you beat the first map, after you beat the second map. It only shows up there, so if you don't get it, you can always restart the scramble and see if you get it there. But that is a really, really good way to get skulls. Oh, look right now, yeah. It's 5% chance, and you got quite a few things there, so... of course, there are 3 total, but yeah. What's the boss in this war scenario? I'm still in the base. I'm still in the basement. It's buff plus ballista, maxed count, 30 minutes. Crossbow, yeah, with crossbow. Or, well, it's not how many headshots you do. It's just if you get a kill with a headshot. So really good headshot damage is actually the longbow. Longbow is really good headshot damage. But yeah, whatever range weapon you use, you just got to make sure the kill gets a headshot. If you did the headshot one, that one you have to kind of like plan around for. But the one that just gives you the increased drop chance in general, that's a really, really good one. What's the boss in this war scenario? It is Zelzador, and he's a resurrector. He'll bring back enemies from the dead, which also combos with the skull droppage. Combos really well with the skull droppage. And then Southern Bump says you still can only get the endless bug on Steam by getting it from another player co-op. Correct. Yes. Yes. All you have to do is lobby up with them, but yes, that's the only way to get it. As far as we know, you can modify your game save file if you know how to do it. You can do that, and you can force yourself to have the bug. By the way, I did wave 60 or so and got like 67 skulls. Yeah, endless is not a good way to get skulls in this game. It is not a good way at all. Yeah, so now we got 2 Zelzadors here. We take a lot of Cade damage, but that's okay. We got plenty of money for this. Alright, can you do a scramble without blade shooter? Yeah, you can do everything without blade shooters. What endless bug are we talking about? Where you can play endless on story mode maps, like we're doing here. When blower began to die out, it's very popular. Put enemy into lava in the water. Yeah, it's not the greatest right now. It's really not that great. It's not bad though. They should balance the skulls. I think they should base skulls off of score, not waves, because scores you have to try for. Waves you can just kind of AFK and get to, but scores you actually have to try for. So I think they should base it off of scores. My favorite update bug, probably the double barricades being cheaper. I don't know why they did that, because for me it feels like you have just like, I feel like they're in just the right spot for their price. So I'm very surprised that they made them cheaper. So probably that one. Or the Arcane Dragon, because I'm starting to use the Arcane Dragon a little bit more, and I have a feeling like it's actually pretty good. Maybe not quite for 1200, maybe for like 1000 it's good. There's a couple of things I would like to change on it, but yeah, they're buffing that, so I think that's also going to be really good coming up. I mean, you can pull that off. It seems like the blade shooter is mandatory for our match. Yeah, so there was a time where the blade shooter did not exist, and that is back in Stadia time. Oh, I goofed that one up. And you were able to beat every single map on Rift Lord without the blades, so I still think it'll be okay. I like seeing endless, but every 10 waves you get a random perk. Yeah, people have mentioned that. That or like every 5 waves, so that way you can beat wave 25 and then play with buffs and debuffs from there on out. Should balance the school. Yeah. I think schools should be endless, or should be score based, not wave based, score based. And that will be a reason for people to care about score and getting scores. But then again, like I think I have at this point, I have all the skills I need to unlock everything, or almost everything. So, you know, here pretty soon it's like I'm not gonna even need to use my skulls. The wind blower, the spring trap is probably because the big guy is coming more often. By the wind blower, do you mean the wind belt? Is that what you mean by the wind blower? Get in the shower, man. He's getting a shower. Yeah, the wind belt, it's a little bit lacking for me. It doesn't cost a lot of mana though, so that's nice. And it can actually be pretty good on endless. If you're having a hard time with like earthlings and stuff, you can just push them away with it. It doesn't cost very much mana, so it's nice. But it's a little bit awkward to use. The right mouse button doesn't always hit unless you're like dead center. And the left mouse button doesn't hit unless you're dead center, so it's a little bit tricky to use. What is triggering those barrels? Saw blade. Saw blade is. The acid sprayer probably does as well, but I'm not certain on that. Lasers will also trigger them, as well as it's supposed to be projectiles trigger them. So the snow cannon should, arrow wall should, the acid spitters or the acid geyser or geyser or goozer, whatever it's pronounced. That technically, those green bits are actually projectiles, so those should theoretically also blow up the boom barrels. I need a drink of water. Yeah, Ethan, I agree. I agree. I think a lot of people do. There is, if you guys aren't aware, there is an Orcs Must Die Unchained offline, like playable stuff. They have a lot of the champions. I think at this point, a lot of the champions are playable. Most of the maps are playable and stuff like that. So if you are looking to get a little kick of nostalgia, just Google search it. There's a Reddit post. There's a Steam post on it as well on where to get it. And then you can install the Orcs Must Die Unchained thing. And if you're a programmer and you want to get involved, you can reach out to Time Master. These guys are getting showers, man. They are getting showered. I would have to say this is Rift Room possible. To be honest, you know, we'll still play to wave 25, but I think this is Rift Room possible. If all we have to do is just replace barricades, and then yeah, we should be okay. We're gonna have enough money to do it. We got that whole side built up. We got that side built up. We may not have to do much more. Can you please make one of the battle in the DLC just by using barricade in the earth stick? Battle. I'm not sure what that means. So, found a way to get outside Bandit Passage. Let me show you a video. MYU. I'll show you like find that. Let's see here. Descriptions. Here. Here we go. So MYU found a way to get up there. If this is the way that you're using. Wait, is this a Bandit Passage? No, this isn't a Bandit Passage. Where's the Bandit Passage? Which one's that? I don't remember. Dr. Pandemus, thanks for follow. Appreciate it. Yeah, this way? Okay, yeah. I see you put the butterflies rather high. How big is their activation effect range? It is 3 squares tall. A square is like half of a trap, so one corner of the barricade is a square. The whole barricade is a 2x2. So the range they have is a 4 wide. The trap is 2 wide. It's a 4 wide, and then it has 3 squares in front and 3 squares in height. So 1 below and 1 above, which means at the height that they're standing, they're affecting everything that's 3 squares tall. Ogres and above are 3 squares tall. Everything else is 2 squares, except for kobolds are 1 square tall. How's it going? Probably ate some bad food and I feel like I gotta garbage. Yikes, it's not good. So when you place the butterflies up on the 4th square, they will only affect ogres plus, which is why we're putting them there. Kiani Neef, saw blade, ceiling laser, barricade, and earth stick. Yeah, you probably could right now. Whenever they fix the saw blades, maybe not, but you probably could. You could do it on the war scenario, definitely. Probably not on. Okay, you can do it on the war scenario. You could do it on aqueducts, but you might have a hard time on the other 3 maps. Truetto, my strat worked. I got to 6.9k to wave 25. Very cool. Very cool. Sweet. I'm new to the game. Why is there always these ×3 and ×5 and 7? Those are called combos. They increase your score. Your score is made up of 95% combo points and other things add into it like kill streak. But 95% of your score is combos. Combos will also grant you more money for the mobs that you kill, but it's only by it's not very much. It's by a small amount, but it's always nice to have extra coin. And they are gathered by being affected by different sources of damage, and usually you want different sources like different kinds of elemental damage and stuff, you know, bleed, explosion, physical, lightning, stuff like that. You would just want a bunch of different kinds. Distraction, arcane, debuffs, fire damage, and then the burn after effect. Those all add combo points. Slow from tar, slow from grinder. Grinder also does physical damage, that sort of thing. Well, that's good to hear, Trudio. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I was really surprised with the grinder slow is 50%. It really never felt like that. That's really cool. But my good friend Jake, have a better way of going outside the map. Let me show you a couple of pictures. I may have actually showed you a couple of pictures. I have a tool that allows me to camera around, take pictures of like areas and stuff, which I still need to use to make a GIF or something. I don't know. I got ideas for it. Outside the map. Yeah. There's nothing really to see though. But there are people that try to jump around to like find those spots that you can exit the map with. That's pretty cool. Fire Mason deal with sappers. Maybe after the patch. They said they're gonna reduce the cooldown of it. You try both Ceiling Pounder and Shock Zapper. Okay, that's good. I mean, the Zapper's probably... I guess a Zapper is technically a ×3 combo. It's done. Actually, yeah. As long as the electricity damage that it did to the mob before kills that mob, and then it does AoE to the next mob that it hits, the second mob that it hits should take a ×3 combo. I never considered that, but yeah, should. Chris, you don't build more outside the room to soften them up before the kill blocks. No. In this episode, I'm doing something that I call Will It Rip Room. I've done these on every map except for war scenarios. This one, I definitely think it's feasible with. Gorbash, probably not. Because he'll destroy Cades, and you need Cades to build around the rift. Plus, the rift room on front line is really small. Lava pits, there's no ceiling, and there's hardly any walls. And you get Craig, who will disable your traps. Goal is to wave 25. Yes, wave 25 only within the rift room, which this rift room is so big that it's definitely possible, and the boss is like an easy boss to have. So yeah, Zelsador is a joke. He's probably the weakest boss there is. Like, they have him as a debuff in Scramble, but he's actually a buff in Scramble. That's how bad he is as a boss. So I think this one's the only one that's going to be possible on. Other than maybe Order Temple. Yeah, Order Temple might be possible as well because you have plenty of wall space. How's the third rift? Passing the kill box? Well, we've got the two gates on the top and the one on the right coming in through this this thing over here in the center. I'll show you after the Null Hunter runs in. Yeah, there are enemies in the rift room, right? They just run up here. They go that way. Join everything else over there. How about the sailing laser nerf? People might use more different sailing traps. Yeah, it's pretty funny. There's a lot of people out there that say, "Oh, the game's so easy. The game's so easy," and then Robot nerfs the lasers and saw blade launchers, and they're like, "Oh, what are we gonna do?" It's like, well, if everybody stops saying the game is so easy, then you never know. There's a time before lasers and saw blade launchers on Stadia, so there are ways to not use them. There are ways. They're just really efficient and easy to use, so I think that's why most people use them. Yeah, well, what we had initially is we had actually snaked this all the way around. So I moved these caves back, and then we had like a lane going this way, and then over here, and then down, and then I was going to bring them up over here into the rift. But then one of these caves were destroyed, and I'm just like, nah, you know what? We're just gonna kill them along this wall, and then replace barricades as they get destroyed. I'm not gonna worry about snaking it around too much. Nothing's even making it past this wall right here. Nothing has made it past this one, and they still got this little choke corner to get through. And then this wall that I can build up, and then this over here to get through as well, so. It's gonna take them a while, if they can even do it. There's a reason I call saw blades pointing upwards with the lasers the blender room. Yeah. It's a fun trap, don't get me wrong, but I don't think the change is as dire as people think it is. Plus, I'm still going to use it in a setup like this, right? Where I can have a wall trap that does a lot of damage. I can have physical bleed, and I can have the butterflies on top. I mean, that's a nice combo wall right there. It's a nice wall for combos. The lasers will still be good for combos as well with the fire. The fire is more consistent combos, although they have the same combo efficiency, but it's just more consistent with the fire. So, I'm not too worried about the new patch. I've seen a few of them so far. Swing faster, yeah, yeah. They hurt the swinging mace from Stadia to Steam. They hurt the swinging mace quite a bit. Because the hitbox for the mace now is really small. And it just feels a little bit underwhelming. It feels more realistic than it did on Stadia, but it's just underwhelming. I always wondered, does the light spike trap proc the wall charger bonus damage? If they're electrified, they have this blue aura around them, as you can see with that ogre. And whatever ogre step into the lasers, and then yes. As long as they got that blue aura around them, or they were affected by a lightning trap very recently, like 2 or 3 seconds or so, then yes, it will count. Still on, that's right. You guys voted for me to come back. It was unanimous. So, came back. Mojo Jojo, when do you unlock endless mercenaries? You don't. You have to bug or glitch the game. We don't know how to recreate the glitch. Unless you're on Stadia, then we do know how, but on Steam, we don't know how to recreate it. All we know is that if you play with somebody who has it, or lobby up with somebody who has it, then you will contract it from them, similar to how a virus spreads. Or if you know how to edit your save game files, you can edit your save game files to allow you to play story mode maps on Endless. Lachlan. I think I knew a guy with the last name of No, it was Laughin, never mind. Or Laughin, that's what it was. Can you give it to me in the future? Give what to you in the future? Oh, the thing? I can put it on right now. I have a second account. You just have to be on Steam, and you have to be within the North America region. Probably Houston, Texas on a server, if you're not in the North American region. See, the community voted namaste. Oh yeah, I got Taco Bell. I'm good now. I just have to eat whenever I'm tired. That's all. I've stayed up a long time. In the Marine Corps, I mean, there's plenty of days. Plenty of days where it's like 36, 48 hours staying up. Texas, yeah. If you want to, go ahead and let me know if you're ready. All you have to do is search for the game, and I'll start the second account up. And then you guys can join on the second account to contract the bug. And I can get that pulled up. So let me know if you're able to do that, or if you're on, like, I don't know what platforms you guys are on or any of that. I got Taco Bell also eating it now. Nice, nice. Yeah, I just got done eating it. John, if you had to pick the new game content, what would you prioritize and what order heroes trinkets these balance weeks? I think what they did is pretty good. Should I host an endless? No, I need to host and then you need to join. It's basically how that works. You're on NA? Okay. Let me open up the second account here. Just go into the regular map pool, like for the story mode map, and then I'm gonna have you search for or find game, and you're gonna find the one that I'm about to host. Let's see here. Chutio says you can misalign maces on a choke point. Yeah, I've kind of messed around with them. They're good if you put them horizontally with a vertical kill box. If they swing side to side and things are walking straight forward through it, then it can be good. You're in? Okay. Let me, I gotta log into the game here on this other computer. I would say as far as, John, to further answer your question, I would say as far as the next thing I would like them to prioritize is getting fire ogres into the game, which should hurt endless quite a bit, which should be fine because endless is too easy. Even with the nerfs of the saw blade launcher, it's still too easy. Swing the same way, but are halfway above each barricade. Oh, gotcha. So how does the glitch work? You have to join the lobby that I host, and then you'll contract it. In order to get out of the glitch, you have to change your difficulty. You'll see on the top right of the story mode maps, you'll have a difficulty of endless. You have to change it back to something else to get out of it. Once you change it, you'll have to rejoin a lobby in order to get it again. You just have to give me a moment to get it up because the game keeps crashing for me. Are you corner guy? I am corner guy. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. I thought you meant am I corner guys? Am I sleeping in the corner? No. No, that's not me. I haven't. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Who entered? How did they enter? They must have got... Alright, hang on. Let me, Kate up here real quick. Alright, no, it's gonna be Moto Chick Jin. I just have to keep trying the game, because every time I turn it on, sometimes it crashes. This laptop sucks. But I mean, it's my laptop, so I guess I'm to blame for that. I don't know how something got through. Looks like maybe explosion kicked him over. Maybe my girlfriend doesn't get off for another 30 minutes. I thought she got off 10:30. Maybe it's 11:30. Okay, go ahead and search all maps, all difficulty, and join Moto Chick Jin, infamous. Search for Moto Chick Jin. You got rested on the brick. Okay, gotcha. Okay, that's all you gotta do. And now you can play all your story mode maps on Endless. Yeah, he must have got pushed or something over onto the cade and they walked over it. So they used to get stuck on barricades, and I've noticed that they don't do that anymore. Yeah, that's it. Now if you go to your story mode maps, you should have them all on Endless. Oh, I forgot about the Pirate Orcs. But yeah, they used to get back on Stadia, whenever the Orcs would get on top of a barricade, they would just stand there and despawn because they wouldn't know how to walk. So it looks like getting them stuck on barricades is no longer a thing that we can do. You can give on to it, then reset, yeah. You got rest, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about the Pirate Orcs. The Bears, the Vikings, such crazy, wacky enemies to fight, yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking that the next DLC they come out with is probably going to be ice themed, because they gave us a handful of new ice traps. And they could have like frost ogres and like the frost archers and stuff that they had from Unchained, which would be really cool. I'd like to see stuff like that. But I think fire ogres are the next thing that they should add in like a patch or an update. They should just add fire ogres. That would just increase the difficulty of the game by so much, and I would love it. Even if they only showed up on Riplord, like totally fine. Well, and Unchained had my favorite map of all time, which was Orcatraz. I thought that was such a well thought out map. And I know Coliseum is similar to it in the fact that it's themed right around having all of the different kinds of enemies come together to fight in a arena against you sort of thing. I like the theme of Coliseum a lot too, because, you know, it's just cool. You think they're gonna get through these cades? We'll see. They did actually blow up quite a few cades, so I'm very surprised. Best name IMO? Orcatraz, yeah. Yeah, that was a really creative map. I liked it a lot. I really wish they had put that one on Endless. But yeah, it was such a cool map. Such a cool theme. It's probably my favorite Orcs Must Die Unchained map. What do you think of zombie type or of orcs and ogres? Yeah, we'd actually back on Stadia, we had talked about getting skeleton ogres or skeleton orcs or whatever for like a Halloween update. That would be something I'd like to see as well as like thematic updates with seasons or seasonal stuff. That'd be pretty neat. But yeah, I mean that'd be cool. What if they be like tankier but slower? And if they hit you, they do poison. Yeah, that's how you introduce poison to zombies. Yeah, you do poison orcs and poison ogres, and they just look like zombies. That's how you introduce it. Yeah. There you go. I would love to use war traps on Order Temple, but the damn patrols they summon make that impossible. Oh, the portals. Yeah. Yeah, they're not too bad. You can actually route everything inside to the outside and then back into the inside. It's just a little bit weird in how you got to do it. But you can route everything to like the far outside though. To the top of the map and then back in through the other gate altogether. Buddy of mine and I were playing it earlier, and we ended up doing that sort of on accident. We got 106,000 coins, so let's go ahead and put some more traps back here for no particular reason. I think they're more likely to destroy all of the cades before they're gonna ever come back here. But I digress. Still put some stuff down here. No, I didn't mean to put it there. No. Ooh. Order Temple was such a wacky map. I tried to make such a weird combination of my barricades. Yeah, there's a way to barricade around the rift. The Rift Lord made easy video I have on it is actually not the easiest way to do it. I think I talk about the potentials of doing it a different way in the video, and I think I would still hold that to be true. Yeah, Infamous, let me know if you're able to play on any of them on Endless. Let's make sure it worked for you. Because it should have. As soon as you join, it should. You saw the other lobby open? Yeah, let me open it. Just give me a moment to open it. Again, you're searching on the regular map pool or any difficulty, any map, and Moto Chick Gen is what you're looking for. You're playing one right now. Awesome. Good to hear it. You do have to be in North America. Houston, Texas is the server, most likely. And just give me like 2 minutes to bring it up. A friend in front line with me. We're at Orcs down one road with 2 rapid fire blisses on the small little outcrops near the pass up on. Yeah. Yeah, nothing's gonna get through that. 2 of you? No way. Did I see what server I'm on? I'm not sure that you can. Just if you're in somewhere other than the North America, you're probably going to be in a different region, so you're not going to be able to find it. So if you're in Asia, or if you're in Europe, or if you're in Australia, South America, or Africa, you're not going to be able to see it. I'm gonna go ahead and host it. Just let me see if you are, or let me know if you see it or not. Go ahead and refresh and just check for all maps, all difficulty, and Samoto Chick Jin is the one you're trying to find. And let me know what your name is in the game, so if somebody joins, I'll know it's you. Logan says, I'm just in Dallas. Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Let me know. Let me know what your. You got it? Okay, cool. Shark Surfer 45. Okay, that's all you need to do. Now you got endless for all your story mode maps. Logan says, what would you think of more soldier type traps like arcane archers? Thanks for the advice with and help with Rift Lord heading to bed. Good luck with your matches. Appreciate it, Ethan. You take care. Pinky Tree, hi. And then John says, I'm sad to see the Banks of Archers nerf. I was able to beat front line with nothing but them. Yeah, the problem with those is that you don't want to use them too much, because they hurt your combos, and you can beat it without them. I'm not too concerned about the war scenario stuff. I know they're trying to get people to use the bowling boulder a lot, but I think the fix they need for it is like the it's like the tree where enemies walk in front of it and then it's triggered, or you can shoot it from farther away, and then it'll still roll down and affect them. They need to do that, but they didn't. And then for Logan, yeah, I think that would be cool. Maybe you can have like an archer for each type of damage. That'd be pretty neat. But they need to fix archers first. They need to make it to where they can revive it somehow. Somehow revive. Absolutely, Mojo. Absolutely. I'm all about that endless life, let me tell you. Mostly because on Stadia we didn't have Scramble. So there wasn't a whole lot to do as far as replayability. It was kind of, it was just all about the, it's all about that good endless life, you know? Guardian Trinket, yep. Well, they're both pretty low damage. The difference is that one causes burn and one doesn't. So they both do 10 damage per shot. However, burn also does 7 damage a second for 4 seconds. So the fire archers end up doing more damage overall because of the burn. But if they all shoot at the same guy, they're not stacking burn. So they're still only doing 10 damage, all of them, and then the burn takes over for the extra damage over time. But a lot of enemies are weak to fire, like trolls and orcs. And you see a lot of those types of enemies. So they take bonus damage from it, meaning they're going to take 15 instead of 10 from each shot. And I'm assuming the burn as well. I don't know if they take bonus burn damage. But yeah, I generally prefer the fire over the regeneration for the physical damage ones. Well, the Wiki show a history of changes such as nerfs and buffs. I don't think so. It's not necessarily, I mean, so back in Stadia, day one of Stadia, I looked for a wiki and I couldn't find one, right? So I said, okay, I'll create the wiki. So I built the wiki. I built the entire wiki, right? Start to finish, I went in, I tested all the traps, I tested the enemies, the player. I just wanted to make sure everything was there. Everything. And I had a little bit of help from Serana Lion Song to do some of the stuff. But 95% of it was what I had built. And I got a lot of it right. Some of it not so much. Because then we got the game files. We got the game files from the game when it released on Steam. And my idea was that we didn't need useless information, and I think that it might be considered, at least for me, a little bit useless to know what happened before, as far as like changes, because we already have the patch notes. However, I'm working with Time Master now. Now there's a team around it, so now it's going to be a lot better, you know, because I don't know anything about coding or programming or whatever. And so the guys who are on the team now know a lot more about that sort of stuff. So they're just using the structure that I had built for it, and they're just editing onto that and modifying it to make it more user-friendly. And it's a work in progress. I don't know if I would care to keep a history of changes. Maybe like if we're able to determine, or if we're able to pull out like a file, or have an automated, you know, system that tells us exactly what's different with the new game files versus the old game files, and compare them, and then give us that sort of documentation like automatically, then we may just post like one page that says here's all the changes with the numbers or whatever. And it might be kind of gross looking, just a bunch of information plastered that you can kind of search through, but the information on the wiki itself will eventually be up to date with all the patch stuff and everything else as well. So that might be a bit of a long-winded answer, but I'm still uncertain as to whether or not the team is feeling the same way about that. But for me, that's not really a priority. So I don't know. Plus, there's different versions of the game, because you're gonna have PlayStation and Xbox might be a little bit different at some point. Stadia is already lagging behind, and Steam is where it is. So we'll see. How's the Boom Barrel launcher? It is pretty good if you use it in the right places. Lasers kind of hurt a little bit because lasers will blow them up, but yeah, they're pretty good. Yeah, I just looked for the wiki. There wasn't one. Not a lot of people were playing it anyways, so I didn't expect too many people to jump on that train. And I had a lot of time. You know, I was working at T-Mobile 4 days a week, and I just had a lot of time, and I was playing a lot of Orcs Must Die, and so I figured I'll just take it up as a challenge, and I was able to get quite far on it. But now there's smarter guys involved, so things should probably happen a little bit quicker. Plus, I like playing so much, you know? That's the other thing. Like, doing the wiki is fun and all, but I like playing. If I'm playing, I'm not doing the wiki. I doubt they're gonna get this far. Not for 25. We've almost beaten this. Yeah, some of the names you might see around here is Vinny. Vinny helps a lot with it. Like I said, Serana Lionsong has been kind of one of the OG helpers. And who else? And Time Master, of course. Time Master's pretty big in it. There's been a few other people that have helped out as well. They stop by when I do the wiki work streams. Maybe put some dispensers above the middle doorway to help out fronts enemies. I would, except it's gonna roll off. Actually, maybe it won't. Maybe it won't if I put it here. That might hit them. That might be within their hitbox. If I put them up on the wall, they're just gonna roll over on the barricades. How'd you find the idea of close combat warriors trap for indoors? I would love it. If it was like a decoy, but you could fight with it, yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, we got the increased explosion radius, so I'm hoping that it does actually explode there. But something else we could do Actually, yeah, you know what? We're gonna get rid of that saw blade launcher. I'm gonna put a boom barrel right there, so that way it rolls out and then it explodes whenever a saw blade goes by it. Kind of like the knives from OMD3, yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty neat. As long as it doesn't act like the archer again, and there was a way to revive it, then no problem. All right, we are going to have now. We don't want snow on this side because we don't want the fire dudes to blow up this barricade or these. We want them to blow up those over there, so that way we can replace all of them. 30 seconds or a 1 minute cooldown. For, oh yeah, yeah, for like a regen or a revive. I'd even like to see it a little bit longer than that, like wave based, almost. Like they only come back once a wave, you know? Yeah, Prick says I played OMD since the first installment. Game mostly the same, but that is what pulling me back to OMD. Well, they got some Unchained elements here, especially with the endless, the way the endless runs. You get an ever increasing amount of enemies, which you did not have in 1 or 2, and they also get crowd control reduction, which you did not have in 1 and 2. So, and I think that's the right way to do it, the way they do it. And of course, Unchained had a lot of different types of enemies, which I'm hoping we see at some point. Hoping we see that. Okay, so I think we're going to do boom barrel here, and do this and that. You want them to blow up the doors, so we're gonna do that there. Yeah, there's a lot of 2 that came into this one as well, which is fine. So it looks like, oh yeah, okay, the acid. I think the acid just popped that barrel there. Pretty sure. From robot. I mean, there's always that possibility with any game. Or, if the game doesn't do well, it could look like it, but not actually be the case. I mean, if the game just doesn't sell well on any platform, then they might just have to say, alright, well, we'll cut our losses, and it was fun while it lasted, kind of thing. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. These snowblowers, man, they're just getting them stuck. Let's see it. Let's see if it does. Okay, well, the snow just blew it up. That's why they were Stadia exclusive. They were actually closed. Their doors were closed. You like a nice guy? I tried to be. It wasn't that they were in deep water. They weren't in any water. They were closed. The doors were shut. Stadia brought them back to life. As far as I understand it, anyways. Maybe I'm wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure they were closed, like, completely. But I don't mind supporting them. I like Orcs. I loved Orcs Must Die Unchained. That's where I got into it. I tried to play 1. I just couldn't get. I just couldn't play 1 after Unchained. There's no way. I played 2 for a little bit, but then I moved on to other games. But I like 3 so far. I like what they've done with it. I played it since they came out on Stadia. John, I want a non-war scenario outpost equivalent, probably just a bracket-shaped wall with floor and a roof. Ah, like a custom, like, box or something, yeah. Do you know if there will be infinite war mode? I seriously doubt it, if you're talking about what we're doing here. I seriously doubt they will, and they've talked on the subject before. Basically, they cannot ensure the playability of the game if they do endless war scenarios. in order to get 5 skulls, you have to beat Wave 25, and on consoles like PlayStation and Xbox, it will be pretty much impossible for those devices to handle 4 scenarios on Endless, is the gist of that. And because of that, they don't want to do it on any platform, officially. But you can, of course, do it unofficially. Once I made the Ice Bear OMDU reach 4,000 hit points with his in-game upgrade. Oh. Talking about Tundra? Or Hogarth. Hogarth had a, what the crap? Hogarth had a health upgrade. Oh, they're doing that. Yeah, they're getting tossed over, blown up over there. I don't really get the appeal of console. I don't either. I'm a PC guy, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, that's a possibility, is to make it a Steam exclusive. But then you might have a divide in the player base of people on PlayStation saying, "But why can't we have it?" But he has it. Why can't we have it? I don't know. I don't know how petty it would be, but yeah, I don't know. Cobalt King, I'm from Asia, and there is near to none console devices over here. Oh, I see. Yeah, in Asia, I don't expect there would be. All right, we got this replaced. I think all of them. He got +1 HP with each kill he did. Oh, did he? Okay. I don't remember that. Yeah, I remember Bloodspike and Hogarth got HP from something. They should do a thing they did for Experiments Lab in TTW2. Where they just say this will destroy your computer. Yeah. I mean, that's a possibility. If it just becomes if it becomes a mod and they allow mod support, then I think that's probably the best solution on how to get that to happen. If they allow mod support. Because then they can say, well, you know, somebody say, oh, it crashed, and they're like, do you use any mods? Yes. Okay, well, why are you telling us? You know? And it's like, oh, okay, well, you know, I put the mod in, the mod may not work, I can take the mod out, and then the game works. I think that would be the best way to handle it, is just to allow mod support. Especially because they may not want to make it official due to the fact that consoles won't be able to do it. Do I ever think they'll buff the dummy? I mean, can they? Like, is there a buff for the dummy? I mean, they could try. They could try to make it like Unchained or something, I don't know. It's weird decoy was viable in 2. Yeah. I've said my piece about it many times. I don't like the decoy where it is, so if they do, they do. It would be nice if they did, yeah. But I don't know. I don't know if they will. Here's what I do know. I do know that they can see what traps people are using, how much they're using those traps, and what the win percentage is on different maps and different difficulties. Like, I know that they can see all of that because they could see all of that on Stadia. So when they look at people using traps and they see the decoys like only used like 5 times and they know it's from me, then they'll know that what to change, you know. And that may be why they're changing and nerfing the lasers and the saw blade launchers, because they see from the Stadia to Steam release that there's like it went from 50% win rate to 75% win rate. And then from 75% win rate, they determined that 100% of the games people are using lasers and they're using saw blade launchers. And they say, okay, well, obviously the win percentage went up drastically because of these two traps. We need to maybe tone them down a little bit, make it happen. But I don't know. That's just a theoretical thing. I don't know if that's how they think or not. Any traps you really wish were viable? Like you enjoy it but bad? Yeah, the haymaker. The haymaker doesn't do anything to big guys, so I don't use it. It does damage, but it does a minuscule amount of damage. If it tousled big guys, then yeah, I would think it would be really good. But yeah, I'd say the haymaker maybe. This glitch you're using can only be done on Stadia. It can also be done on Steam. Stadia, it's easy to recreate. Steam, we don't know how to recreate it. However, we have captured it so we can share it out with people. However, I will also say, if you know how to edit save game files, you can edit your save game file to allow you to play these maps on Endless. Right now, the way to get it on Steam is to lobby up with somebody who already has the glitch. That's all you have to do. And then you can track the glitch like a virus, and then in order to undo the Endless, you change your difficulty. We don't have the glitch on... or we haven't seen the glitch yet on PlayStation or Xbox. But we do have it for Steam. And Stadia, I guess, yeah. What other trap other than the haymaker? I think the grinder might be low-key actually kind of okay. I used to think the grinder wasn't that good, but we just found out today that the grinder slow is a 50% slow, which is like tar almost fully upgraded. And since they're going to reduce the slow of tar, grinder may actually become more viable. Grinder was slow for combos, and you can use other floor traps to combo with the grinder slow. Which means you actually don't want to. I just joined the stream. Which glitch? It is the glitch to allow you to play story mode maps on Endless. The main story mode maps. On Stadia, you can do both the Drastic Steps DLC, and you can also do the main story mode. But on Steam, we only have it for the main story mode. As you can see, we're wave 21 on Dragon Boneyard. Acid shield blowers for me. I wish they were good. Oh, yeah. I don't use the acid on them. I think the other two acid traps are just better at... They're better at applying acid than the freeze... The freeze wall. Plus, the freeze wall's range is insane. It's really, really good. Whenever you get the range upgrade. I don't know why you'd ever bring acid on that trap. Like in a legitimate game. The stealth con, yeah. Well, listen, so I watch or I have watched in the past YouTubers like Legend of Total War and Super John Bombo, and Legend of Total War especially, he gets asked the same question all the time. Because you have people tuning in at different times, you know. And they'll always ask them like, what do you think about this buff? What do you think about that faction? What do you think about this Doom stack and stuff like that? And it's like constantly like it's like a repeating it's like repeating his answers because people ask it, you know. But I understand people are jumping in at different times. What's my take on the Alk Satchel? It sucks, man. It's bad. Did I put it in my new bottom of the tier list? I created a new tier list and I made a video about it, but I didn't upload it because then I found that they were Alk Satchel. I put it on D tier. D minus is the only other tier that's there. I put it in D minus, or I put it in D. Sorry, D minus is its own separate tier. That's gonna be for the decoy. But I'm gonna change this up a little bit maybe, because of the new patch notes. That's why I didn't upload the video. I've seen that. I'm surprised it doesn't get to legend. He's a pretty chill guy. He's a cool guy. Yeah, totally. It makes sense why it happens. Yeah. I'm gonna give you something to talk about, right? Got to get my vocal cords exercised. But yeah, I think Legend of Total War handles streams really well, and I think Super John Bombo does as well. And I know that Super John Bombo's the viewership is probably a little bit on the younger side, but he also does it pretty well as well. So I like those two for a little bit of inspiration, whatever. I feel like I must have been using it wrong. Yeah, no, it's not good. They need to not cost mana, or what I said is to like pay homage to what alchemy actually is, which is the transmutation of lead to gold is what it was about. And so if you could like spam it and then somehow after you use it have a chance to drop like 50 coin, then that would pay homage to the idea of alchemy itself, and it might make it actually viable, so people would bring it to try and get coin from it. Dan deserves way more support for how much effort he put in this. It's great. I've gotten a lot of support from a lot of people because I played on Stadia and I did the wiki. I have so much knowledge from Stadia time that I don't want to sound like I don't come off as like rude or anything, but I feel like I have a little bit of a leg up on other YouTubers that make content on this. Just because I have more knowledge and stuff on it, specifically, specifically this game. Any other game, not so much, but this game, yeah, definitely. My elemental setup. Do an elemental setup? Yeah, maybe. But next patch endless will be so much shorter. Directly nerf your idea of Oxatchel. Well, sure, yeah. It wouldn't be for that though. It would just be for like even like story mode, right? Because you have part time that you have to make. So then as you toss it and break it, and it gives you like a small amount of coin, like it could still help overall. And so you could bring it for like a little bit of extra coin generation, and it can still do an acid debuff or whatever on the top of that. So it can do a little bit of something and have a little support on the side. And I think that would just be really cool to see. I doubt they would do that, but that'd be really cool to see. Actually, I've been using your Rift Lord Made Easy and to get an idea on how to better beat waves. It's been helping, but need more practice, as is. Yeah, there's several ways to do pretty much every map. There's more than one way to do it. One search on YouTube and you're at the top for this game. That's because I put a lot of content. I have my channel description with tags. I've got tags on my videos. I've tried to play the YouTube game intelligently. You gonna do another game after this 25 thing? No, I gotta go. Girlfriend to be home. I thought she got off at 10:30, but I guess she gets off at 11:30. So she'll be mad if I stay up too late. Plus I gotta go to sleep so I can play tomorrow. It's paid off, yeah, it has. Yeah, we I don't know. We might talk. Yes, tomorrow exactly. Yeah, it's her day off, and she has Monday off as well. So we'll see how much I stream tomorrow on Monday. Since we still got a grill, we got bison burgers, we got bison meat in the fridge. We still got a grill. That's gonna be fun. I love bison burgers, man. I'm not a huge fan of like hamburgers, but bison, it is some good meat right there. I got the last bison package from the store nearby us. I got the last one. I'm like, listen, I don't want to be that guy, but I'm gonna be that guy. Oh, bison's great, man. Like I usually just eat chicken for my protein, or like or just eggs or whatever. When I go to like McDonald's, or if I go to like I don't know, like a steakhouse or whatever, I'm never getting burgers. I just don't do burgers ever. I'll get something with chicken or something, something else. I just never do burgers. But then I went to Colorado, and then I had bison, and damn, it was good. Damn, it was good. What about good steak? Steak's fine, yeah, steak's fine. But, I don't know. It depends on where you go, because if somebody else is making it for you, they can easily mess it up, or not make it, like, really, really good. And then you're just like, yeah, this is okay. I don't know if they sell bison in Australia. I'm doubtful. Probably sell camel down there. I heard camels are, I went to the zoo here in Kansas City, and they said that camels are an invasive species now to Australia. So I would imagine somebody might be cooking up some camels, you know, camel burgers. I get my bison at a store called Hy-Vee. But I'm in Kansas City, Kansas, and it's pretty close to, like, bison territory. I'm pretty sure it is in bison territory. Back when bisons ruled the world. Yeah, they're kind of everywhere. Might as well use them, exactly. We were watching a Gordon Ramsay where he goes out to, like, different countries and tries different cuisines. And he went to, I think in Morocco, they had camel. And he learned how to, like, cook camel there and eat it. But I think it was like the camel head or something. They had to like eat the camel tongue or something weird. I don't know. Yeah, it's my new favorite. It's my new favorite meat of all time. It's pork and beef, yeah. It's pretty standard. Oh, I also eat a lot of bacon too. I love bacon. The package says to cook it at 375 degrees Fahrenheit in the oven. But I always cook it at 350 so I can make sure that it's nice and crispy and like fully cooked all the way around. All right, so look at these dudes. Look at these dudes. Look at them getting through. Maybe not. Okay, maybe not. But we are almost to wave 25, so here's some coin to spend. Yeah. What am I gonna spend it on? I've already built everything. Have I? Oh, I haven't built that wall yet. Let me build that wall. Oh, I need to move that butterfly trap over too. We also have enemies in our rift room. In case you guys didn't know that. Oh, we should move that over 2 squares, huh? Yeah. Or not, or we can just do this in here. All right, cool. That'll work. Yeah, man, we got some bison in the fridge, and we're gonna probably grill either tomorrow or Monday. And man, it's gonna be good. Anyways, I already ate, so I'm not really thinking about food too much. I'm not very hungry right now. Listen, when I did my rip room only challenge, I heard that so many times. All those rip room only videos, will it rip room or whatever I put it as. Oh man. It's like you don't say, but just don't say. Turn the volume on that. It's actually not a bad idea. Is that a separate option? I wish I could just turn down the frequency of it. That's something we have mentioned to them back on Stadia. Oh, the voice volume, yeah. Because it's still annoying back on Stadia too. Like every 2 seconds, your character would say something, the announcer would say something. You're like, okay. Especially in co-op. Oh yeah, it's true. What's my favorite country? United States. I haven't been to too many others. Been to Bahrain, which is actually not that bad, but I mean, yeah. You said my name correctly? Pink tree 221 fully grown. Yeah. Is that it? USA best country because you can own a weapon and you're free. Well, you're free within reason. We got favorite food, which is Taco Bell or pizza or bison burgers or I don't know, or something else. I like burritos a lot. But like what I do is I grill chicken and I put it with like the Taco Bell queso sauce, some little bit of cheese, a little bit of rice, some bacon, and I wrap it up in a tortilla. It's good. Dormancy 56 still going. Yep. We're almost beating, got to beat wave 25. Wave 26 we sell the Cades and let them through. Imagine this game in the Halo kill streak announcements. Oh, kill streaks, yeah. Oh, get those all the time. So that's my favorite food. It's kind of like a conglomeration of answers. For my favorite beverage, Mountain Dew Baja Blast. Hands down. There is not another beverage that I would drink more than water than Baja Blast. It's called Slavelandia. There's actually a place in the United States that Mr. Beast actually traveled to that I've been to called Slab City. And in Slab City, they do whatever the hell they want. And it's almost like a reservation. You know, like a Native American reservation is where they just handle their own stuff. And same with the Amish. Amish communities, they have like rules where the state doesn't get involved, the government doesn't get involved. And they just take care of their own stuff, right? Like, we're just like, all right, you guys are just special in your own little box, and we're just going to go somewhere else, and you do whatever you want, kind of thing. And in Slab City, they also have something like that. As in, well, in that context, I think everybody would be, especially to Credit there for a while. People were saying that Credit was like the new owner. But I think we're as far as freedom goes, we're the most free country there is. But no country is actually like completely free. You can't. That's not possible. It's not how humans work. Did the thing. I made a conversation about America. I mean, I live in it. And Baja's #1, absolutely. I made a Twitter account. The only reason I made a Twitter account was so I could vote between Baja Blast, and this is in like 2018 or 2019, I think. So I could vote for them bringing either Baja Blast back or like Mountain Dew Blackberry or whatever. And I was so surprised that it was a 50-50 split. I'm like, who does not like Baja Blast this much? Like, who in their right mind on God's flat green earth would decide that Baja Blast is not the drink for them? Who would do that? I don't know. I just couldn't figure it out. So anyways. Bill of Rights and Guns. Oh, let's use some thumbs. I mean, I think the ownership of guns is is less, it's more of self-preservation from bad actors, especially in rural areas, which is why it's a state. I mean, it's a state kind of thing, but of course the federal government, whenever they say, you know, hey, you guys have to abide by the rules, the state can become more strict but not more lenient. But most states have a rural population that is too far away from a police force where they can't call on the police to help out. So in that instance, you do have to allow people to own weapons. Plus, I mean, you know, for personal safety, I don't, because I don't need to. I don't think it's necessary for me to own a weapon. But I've also had hand-to-hand combat training, so maybe that's why I don't think so. But I mean, I don't really care. Most people who have weapons are not going to be bad actors, and those who are bad actors are going to find the weapons whether we want them to or not. So it's like, yeah. Well, right, but I'm just saying, as far as like the hierarchy of policy is concerned, my favorite juice, though, I would have to say, I like orange juice a lot, but I also like apple juice a lot. It's either orange or apple. But when I get orange juice, I try to get it no pulp. Unfortunately, the last time I went to the store, which was like a day ago or 2 days ago, I got high pulp. I didn't mean to get high pulp, but I'm drinking it. Slowly but surely, I'm drinking it. Alright, we're gonna see some barricade destruction here for a bit. Okay. Kid there. Kid there. Alright, we'll get ready to kid some more here in a second. Gonna get a handful of Zelzadors dead here. Some pretty decent combo scores here as well. We're getting 12s and 13s with whatever we've got set up here, because we have a lot of different kinds of damage helping us out with those. Best Freezy Flav. Freezy. Do you have over 1k skulls now? No. I mean, I guess technically overall, probably, yeah. But I've spent them all on traps and stuff. Best Freezy Flav. I gotta say, whenever it comes to like just random drinks like a Freezy or something, I always go with the blue flavor. I always tend to gravitate towards the flavor of blue, whatever blue is. Are you at 200 after everything's upgraded? Because if so, then you've been playing this game for a while. For me, it's lemonade, yellow flavor. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had a Freezy. Is there a slow cap? For what? Like, for how slow a mob can run? 200 after a full respawn. Oh, okay, yeah. I'm probably above that, yeah. I'm probably somewhere around 1,000 total. I don't think slow stacks. I think slow is just whatever applies it, it'll take the highest number. Yeah. Freezy or Slurpee? I've only known them as Slurpees, but I know that they are also called Freezies, I'm pretty sure. Aren't they the same thing? Freezies and Slurpees? But yeah, Trutillo, I'm like 95% sure that it's only going to take the highest reduction. It's not going to stack. Good old Warcraft 3 times. I still have Warcraft 3 installed. Yeah, I play some. I have in the past, anyways. Yeah, custom map TD, sure. I actually played Element TD on Warcraft 3, and then I bought it when it came out on Steam. And Wintermall TD, I like that one quite a bit. I've never played it on stream though. Frozen. Taking a shower, dude. Look at that. That's how I discovered this type of game. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's tower defense is its own community. And this game kind of bridges tower defense with people looking for a little bit more action. Because some tower defense games you can feel like a little bit stagnated, you know? Alright, cool. Got our skulls, we got to play 26, we're just gonna let everybody in. And call it a day. Look at that, there we go. There we go, boys. And girls. There's girls. Chat. You as well. So, Dragon Boneyard, will it rip from? Yes. Is this possible to do with making part-time? I don't know. I don't know if it's possible to do part-time on this with rip from build. Yeah, Dungeon Defenders like OMD. Yeah, I looked at Dungeon Defenders and I just wasn't feeling it. So, but I do know that it's a lot like Orcs Must Die 3. In some regard. Oh, what are they doing? They're like running over here for some reason. Why are they running over here? What are they doing? That's pretty weird. That's a weird path. I don't know. Razvan, type in exclamation specs. Exclamation specs. And that's a pretty weird path that some of them are taking, because there's... Oh, they're trying to get over there to the other side. Oh, I see what they're doing. Yeah, they're trying to go outside on the other... out the other door. Maybe capitalize the S for specs? I don't know if capitalization matters. Alright, there we go. Oh, there you go. There it is. Why wasn't it coming up for Pinky? Or maybe it's just... it's not specs like polka dots. I don't know why it didn't come up for you. Maybe it's just lagging behind. There you go. That's what I... 3080 drops at 57 frames per second too. I don't like Dungeon Defenders at all. It looks too derpy. Many numbers and gear farm. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of gear farming games. I played Path of Exile till completion, and yeah, I just don't like. I don't like games where I have to go through and get loot. Yeah, that's the main reason I was turned off of it. I also didn't care for the art style too much either. But you know, then again, I was used to Orcs Must Die, so the way something looks shouldn't necessarily be the determining factor whether or not you like something. It should be the way it plays and the mechanics of it. Because the looks you'll get used to, you'll get accustomed to looks and gameplay, but mechanics not so much. But yeah, anyways, I also played tower defense games on Age of Empires. Now, it's not as fleshed out as Warcraft 3, but there are some on there. Okay, you guys, I cap it at 60, so that way it's somewhat stable. Thank you all for joining. We'll be possibly streaming tomorrow or Monday. So I don't know at what time. Maybe in the morning with T-Wald, and then maybe a little bit later in the morning. That'd be my time. Central Standard Time. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow. Click the notification bell, I guess. I'm not exactly sure if that does anything. I don't use it, but you can. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Or answering your comments in any of the videos. All right, take care, everybody.